You see the red carpet smiles, the incredible careers, the power couple goals, but there's one thing these A-listers refuse to do: have kids. And it's not by accident, it's a deliberate choice. From Oprah to Seth Rogen, we're breaking down why these stars are choosing a child-free life, and the unfiltered truth is absolutely insane. Kicking things off, we have one of the funniest and most grounded couples in Hollywood, Seth Rogen and Lauren Miller. Married since 2011, these two have built a life that's all about freedom and doing whatever they want, whenever they want. Rogen has been brutally honest and totally unapologetic about their choice. He famously dropped a bomb on Eyebrow, The Howard Stern Show, saying that he and Lauren get more happiness out of their non-kids than his friends get from their actual kids. It's a bold take, but he stands by it. He explained that they just genuinely love their life as is. They can jet off on a whim, pour everything into their work, acting, producing, and their massive charity work for Alzheimer's awareness, and just enjoy their time together. As time went on, they realized the kid conversation just never came up, and now they're more solid than ever in their decision. He even joked that if you don't like him, why would you want more of him running around? For Seth and Lauren, a family of two is the perfect number. For nearly 2 decades, Ellen and Portia have been one of Hollywood's most watched couples. They tied the knot in 2008, and while the tabloids have been on baby watch ever since, they've been crystal clear: it's not happening. Their reasons are a mix of intense self-awareness and being perfectly happy with their life as a duo. Ellen once put it bluntly, saying that while they'd probably be great parents, she knows just how much work it takes. She told People magazine, "It's a human being, and unless you think you have excellent skills, I wouldn't want to screw them up." Now that's some serious honesty. Portia backed her up, telling Out magazine that you have to want kids with every fiber of your being, and for her, the answer just wasn't a screaming yes. She said it plainly: you have to really want to have kids, and neither of us did. Instead, they pour their love into their partnership and their pack of rescue animals, who Ellen jokingly calls their babies. Nobody is more hilariously blunt about being child-free than comedian Ricky Gervais and his partner of over 40 years, author Jane Fallon. This power couple has spent a lifetime together without ever wanting to add kids to the mix. Gervais, in his classic style, jokes that the world is already overpopulated and that kids are basically scroungers who demand all your time and money. But underneath the jokes, there's a real reason. He's a worrier. He told Ellen DeGeneres he frets so much about his cat that he couldn't handle the stress of a child, saying, "Well, I'd just be stood over it, making sure it was still breathing." The best part? Jane Fallon felt the exact same way. She once revealed she was secretly stressing about what to do if Ricky ever changed his mind, only to find out he was having the same fear about her. When they finally talked about it, it was a massive relief. Their life is about freedom, their work, and their 4-decade-long partnership. Comedy royals Megan Mullally and Nick Offerman have a marriage that's just as legendary as their TV characters, and their child-free life is a big part of their story. Married since 2003, their path wasn't always a hard no to kids. I know. Mullally admitted that while she never had that burning baby fever, she actually considered it with Nick. They gave it a shot for about a year, but as she put it, it just wasn't in the cards, and they didn't sweat it. They accepted it and moved on, totally happy with their life together. More recently, she said they just don't have that organic burning desire and called the pressure to have kids the last taboo. She also pointed out that their freedom, financially and creatively, is a huge plus. Nick was apparently never torn up about it, and together they've created a life filled with love, laughter, and their adorable dogs. Whoa! While this list is mostly about couples, the incredible Allison Janney deserves a spot for her powerful and empowering take on being child-free. The Oscar-winning actress has been a thoughtful voice for women who choose a different path. She dropped one of the most iconic lines on the topic during an interview on the Drew Barrymore show. "I would rather regret not having kids than have kids and regret that." It's a statement that hit home for so many people. She explained that she was never 100% sure she wanted kids, and while things might have been different if she'd met the right person at the right time, life took her in another direction, and she is more than okay with it. But now in her 60s, Janney says she's finally getting to know herself and is perfectly happy with her choices. She proves that a full life isn't about checking boxes, it's about finding your own fulfillment. Up next is Hollywood's most relatable star, Anna Kendrick, whose reasoning is deeply honest and modern. On Dax Shepard's Armchair Expert podcast, she explained that her life filled with work and anxiety already feels overwhelming. She's not convinced she could handle a child on top of it all, joking that she can barely keep a plant alive. But here's where it gets really informative. Get this? She proactively froze her eggs when she was 33. She told Marie Claire that she did it to buy some time and take the biological pressure off finding a partner. This smart move allowed her to separate the massive decision of having kids from the decision of being in a relationship. She calls it her eggsurance, a classic Kendrick move that's funny and brutally self-aware. By taking control of her own fertility timeline, she's given herself the freedom to live her life now without worrying that she's running out of time. A modern solution to an age-old pressure. If there's a president of the Child Free Club, it's Chelsea Handler. In her 2020 Netflix special, Evolution, she was crystal clear about her reasoning, stating, "Well, I don't have the constitution for it, I have no patience." But her conviction is also rooted in a deep factual history. Get this? Chelsea has been very open about having 2 abortions at age 16. She's explained that this experience made it clear she was in no position to be a mother and solidified her lifelong belief that parenthood wasn't for her. She doesn't just talk about it, she celebrates it. Her viral "A Day in the Life of a Childless Woman" videos on social media showcase her carefree schedule as a form of protest and pride. For Chelsea, it's not about disliking kids, she's a proud aunt. It's about knowing herself with brutal honesty. Next up, one of Hollywood's coolest and most creative couples, Allison Brie and Dave Franco. Their decision to be child-free is a masterclass in modern mutual partnership. In a candid interview with the Sunday Times, Alison laid out their very practical reasoning. She explained that the stress of trying to balance an acting career with a potential pregnancy felt completely overwhelming. She put it plainly, "Alison never had that bad date in my life. I don't really feel the need to have kids. It's a great because I don't have to worry about when I should get pregnant between seasons while we're shooting." For her, it was a logistical nightmare she was happy to avoid. And get this was a fully joint decision from the start. Alison has been clear that Dave was on the exact same page, which made the choice easy. They pour their parental energy into their 2 cats, with Brie joking that they are already more than a handful. By taking the immense pressure of starting a family off the table, they've been able to focus more intensely on their partnership, both on and off screen. They frequently collaborate on films, like The Rental, allowing them to build a powerful creative legacy together. For them, a full life isn't about adding more people. It's about deepening the bond and the work they already share. Next up, we have Hollywood royalty and a true icon, Tracee Ellis Ross. Her take on being child-free isn't just a preference, it's a revolution against societal pressure. Get this. During a powerful speech at Glamour's 2017 Women of the Year Summit, she called out the world for constantly judging women who are single and childless. She powerfully declared, "My life is mine," and listed all the things she is: a good friend, a solid daughter, and a loving sister. She's pushing back against the idea that a woman's life is incomplete without a husband and kids, proving that she isn't waiting for her life to begin. She's living a full, joyful one right now on her own terms. Topping our list, Oprah's reason is uniquely powerful. It was her own legendary show that sealed the deal. She said,
"I was talking to a lot of messed up people, and they were messed up because they had mothers and fathers who were not aware of how serious that job is."
Seeing the deep trauma caused by unprepared parents, she knew she couldn't dedicate herself to both her world-changing career and the 24/7 job of motherhood. She has not one regret and pours her maternal energy into her leadership academy for girls in South Africa, whom she calls her daughters. So there you have it. From wanting total creative freedom to just being brutally honest about the massive responsibility of parenthood, these stars prove there's no single path to a happy life. They show that a life without kids isn't a life without love, purpose, or a legacy. But what do you think? Did hearing these stories change your perspective at all? Let us know what you think in the comments below. And if you like this video, you know what to do. Smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next one. Thanks for watching.